Good morning, children. Welcome back to your English grammar classes. I hope you all are well and keeping good at home. So today we are going to start with a new chapter number 21, phrases. Okay, so all of you open your textbook in front of you. Open page number 133. So we are going to begin with the chapter phrases. Now what do you mean by phrases? A phrase is a group of related words within a sentence. So it is a group of words. Within a sentence means that is in the sentence itself. It's not out of this thing. It is within a sentence. See that examples what is there in the textbook. In the class of great wealth, visiting holy places. So these are some examples of phrases. It is group of words. It makes meaning. It conveys a meaning. But the context is not specified. It's not complete. So such group of words are said to be phrase. Now see the example here. I saw a tall girl. Now if I only tell a tall girl, so it makes a sense. A tall girl, that means I am talking about a tall girl. That much you understood, a tall girl. But the sentence is not complete only with a phrase. You have to add the subject and the verb, isn't it? Then only you can say the sentence is complete. So I add I saw. Now if I make the full sentence, how it will be? I saw a tall girl. Now the sentence is complete. A sentence always have a subject as well as a predicate that you already learnt in the previous chapter. So only a group of words, a tall girl, is known as phrase. But if I add the subject and the verb, it becomes one full sentence. A phrase can be found at the beginning, middle or end of a sentence. So it's not necessary that phrases will always be in the end of the sentence. No. It can be found, it can be used in the beginning, it can be used in the middle as well as in the end of the sentence. The phrase, it doesn't matter where you keep it. You can keep it in any order. But the sentence what you do, that sentence should make a complete sense. A phrase may not contain a subject or a verb or both. So as I told you, I saw a tall girl. Tall girl is a phrase. I is the subject, but I and saw is verb. But that doesn't include in it does not include in the phrase. Phrase will never have a subject or a verb or both. Okay, it is only a group of words that tells you something. But it may not contain a subject as well as verb. Thus, a phrase may have a meaning, but it does not convey a complete thought. It may convey you a meaning. I am not telling that it doesn't convey any meaning. If I say in the class, so in the class means I am talking something about the class. So it makes a meaning, but it does not give you a complete thought. Keep in mind, it does not give you a complete thought. So that group of words that have a meaning and does not contain a subject or a verb is known as phrase. A sentence may contain more than one phrase. Now it's not necessary that only one phrase can be used in a sentence. There may have many more phrases. Now see the example. A tall girl was standing near me. A tall girl was standing near me. How many phrases do you find in the sentence? Any guess? Yes. Here we have three phrases. A tall girl was standing and near me. So these are three phrases. Phrase 1 is the tall girl was standing. Phrase 2 and phrase 3 is near me. So that is what all about phrases. So there are several ways in which phrase is formed. A phrase can also begin with a preposition. It often begins with a participle, that is present participle, past participle. Sometimes a phrase even begins with an infinitive. I hope you all know what is infinitive. To plus verb. And a phrase may also begin with a gerund, that is ing form of the verb. So I hope you all understood what is phrases. Now moving on to the kinds of phrases. Now there are 5 kinds of phrases. Here I have only written 3, but I'll explain you more. So moving on to the first kind of phrase, that is noun phrase. Now all of you open page number 134 from your textbook. Now what do you mean by noun phrase? A noun phrase begins with a noun or a pronoun or other related words. So noun phrase, in short we can say a noun phrase does the work of a noun in a sentence. You know what does the role of a noun? What is the role of a noun? Yes, it tells you something about it. It is a name of naming words, isn't it? Noun means it's a naming words. So noun phrase means group of words, but there is noun in that particular phrase. It begins with a noun or it can be a pronoun or other related words what are being used. Now see the example. That magnificent house was built by my great-grandfather. Here, where do you find the noun phrase? Yes. Here we are talking about what? House. House is what? Is it a verb? Is it an adjective? No. House is a noun. It's the name of a thing. And along with this noun, what are the determiners, modifiers that are being used? That magnificent house. So that magnificent house, that complete along with the noun, it becomes noun phrase. Got it, my children? So you have to keep in mind, a noun phrase always does the work of a noun. So here, that magnificent house was built by my great-grandfather. Here we are talking about what? We are talking about house. House is a noun. That magnificent house. The words, the phrases are related with the noun. We are talking about the noun house. So that magnificent house becomes the noun phrase. Now how a noun phrase is formed? It can be determiners plus noun. Now what do you mean by determiners? I'll explain you. Or modifiers plus noun. This is how the noun phrase is formed. Okay, keep in mind. How you can identify noun phrase? It will be along with determiners plus noun or modifiers plus noun or determiners plus modifiers plus noun. See the example. Now I told you determiners. What do you mean by determiners? The. Determiner is the child. So that can also be noun phrase. Now modifier. Modifier means describing, qualifying. Modify. Tall child. Tall is also modified word used along with the noun child. Determiners plus modifiers plus noun. So the tall child. So did you see the examples? Noun phrase is formed how? Using the determiners plus noun or modifiers plus noun or determiners including the modifiers plus noun. So this you have to keep in mind. How is noun phrase being formed? Now moving on to the next kind of phrase, that is verb phrase. Now what do you mean by verb phrase? A verb phrase is a combination of the main verb and the helping verb in the sentence. Open page number 138 from your textbook. There you find verb phrase. So verb phrase is what? Combination. Okay, verb phrase is the combination of main verb and the helping verb. You all know what is main verb and you all know what is helping verb in a sentence. For example, if I say, Kirti was walking to the mall. Here what is the main verb? Walking. And what is the helping verb used? along with walking? Was. So was walking becomes the verb phrase because it is a combination of main verb and the helping verb. See the example given here. The barking of the dog did not disturb others except me in the house. Here what is the verb phrase? Yes. Did is the helping verb. Disturb is the main verb. Did not disturb. So this did not disturb, it becomes the verb phrase. So you have to keep in mind, verb phrase is formed with the combination of helping verb as well as with the main verb. It's okay if it is not as a negative word, but that is it's okay if it is no, not, never been used. But you have to see the helping verb and the main verb. So this did not disturb, it becomes. So helping, how is this verb phrase is formed? Helping verb plus main verb. The combination of main verb and helping verb becomes the verb phrase. Or helping verb plus modifiers plus main verb. Modifiers here means not. See the example. First example is has been lying. Has been is the helping verb and lying is the main verb. Has not been lying. Has helping verb, not modifier. It's a modifier word used along with the helping verb. Been, helping verb and lying becomes the main verb. So a group of related words with a noun or pronoun verb pair is a clause, not a phrase. You have to keep in mind that a group of related words used with a noun or pronoun verb is a clause and not a phrase. See the example. Before school reopened. Here, school is what? It's the name of a place. It's a noun. Reopened, verb. So here, noun and verb, it's a pair. Noun, school, before school reopened. So when you have a noun-verb pair, it's not a phrase, it becomes a clause. See the next example. Sleeping all night. Sleeping is a verb. So it becomes a verb phrase. Sleeping all night. Okay. So you have to keep in mind. School and reopened, it's a noun and a verb pair. So that is not a phrase. It is a clause. Because we don't have a noun and a verb pair in phrase. It's a clause. And if we have directly used a verb in the phrase, it becomes a verb phrase. Sleeping all night. It becomes a group of words used with verb. I hope you all have understood till here. Okay. So the remaining two types I'll explain you in the next video.